Hello and welcome to Teach, Read, Play. Today's video I will be talking about what guided reading is. Please leave a comment in the comment box below with your comments regarding the video. Leave a thumbs up because that really helps the video to do well. And remember to subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this and turn notifications on to see weekly updates. So let's get into it. What is guided reading? Guided reading is what it says on the can. Guided reading is guiding a child through the reading process. It's really different to independent reading. So in independent reading, we would ask the child to take the lead and to read independently and to think carefully about what they're reading during the word reading process. However, guided reading is a process that follows a pattern guided by the adult and what they want to get out of the child. So when you are using guided reading approaches, you will think really carefully about what you want the child to develop and understand in the text that they're reading. So when you are guiding a child through the text, you should enable the child to still practice their word reading and their fluency. So get the child to continue to read it aloud. Then after each page of the book, you can talk to the child about what has happened in the book. So you might want to ask them questions about the characters. You might also want to ask them questions about the setting. You could then ask questions about the events that are taking place. So ask your child, do you know what happened first? Oh, where do you think the bear's going to go next? Or what do you think might happen to the other character that you've just spoken about? This is a really good way to get the child to start thinking critically and deeply about the text that they are reading. Throughout reading and the guiding reading process, you can also ask the child to make predictions throughout the text. So as you're reading, stopping frequently throughout the text and asking the child what they think might happen next. When you ask the child what might happen next, you might want to follow up with another question based on their answer. Now, what I really like to do with children is say, why do you think that might happen next? This then develops a justification level to their answers. And this is a really great way to guide children to be able to think deeply about the text and also to expand their answers and to think about why they're giving that answer. When you're guiding a child through the reading process, you're asking them to go on a journey with you and to look really deeply at that text. So throughout the text, instead of always asking questions, which is sometimes what we feel that we need to do, sometimes you can turn this into a conversation during the guided reading process. So you can also give your thoughts about what you think is going to happen next. I like to do this by just adding in comments that gets a child to think the way that I'm thinking or to open their mind to a breadth of understanding. So when we're reading the text, you may ask a child to think about what has happened in that event. Once you speak about what has happened in that event, I might add that, oh, that character looked really sad when the little boy took her toy. And I think that that was the wrong thing to do. That way, I'm just enabling a child to see my thought process as I'm reading the text. I'm not asking them a direct question, and actually in this I'm opening up a conversation and a method of dialogue between myself and the child, and also based around the text, which enables the child to think about the text at more detail and more length. When you make a comment about the text, A child might then feel enabled to talk about the text and to make comments themselves. A child might then say to you, "Oh, I think he looks sad too, but he might be happy." That opens up a whole new catalyst and a whole new way of looking at the text. This also develops critical thinking skills, which is absolutely crucial for children within the early years and throughout their educational journey. So, when you are guiding a child through reading, here are my top tips. Talk about all of the pictures. So as you're moving through the text, talk about the pictures. Top tip number 2. Talk about the words that are on the page. You might want to ask questions about what does that word mean, or can you find a similar word to sad, or can you identify what the key word means. Top tip number 3. Always give your thoughts about the text. Let the child know what you think about the book that you're reading, or the information piece, or the research, or the story. Your opinions on the text are really valid, and actually they'll probably be quite different to what a child thinks about them. But you enabling your comments is a way of modelling what you think about the text and modelling comprehension of the text. And this will enable a child to facilitate the same way back and to reciprocate the same skills. Top tip number 4. Ask the child frequently about the events that have happened so far. This is a really good way to help develop sequencing skills and also cause and effect skills. So identifying some of the things that have happened and what the effects are on the characters in the story. Top tip number 5. Enjoy the guided reading process. Teaching guided reading is one of my favourite things to teach. It's that time between you and a child, or you and the children in your class. During that time, it is absolutely crucial that you show a real love and passion for reading. And when you do this, the child will instantly understand that and see that your love of reading is true. And that will help them to develop a love of reading, which will also help them to develop their vocabulary and open a whole world of possibilities to each child. Thanks for watching. Please remember to leave a comment in the comments box below. Also a thumbs up if you enjoyed this content. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.